Good day to you, dear listener. I hope and pray that it is, or that it will be by the time you have listened through today's little segment, that it will be a good day for you. Our title, One Reason to Consider. There really is a story back of every choice that we make. Today I am certain, as can be, that there are many reasons for you and I to consider. Why this or that? How this or that? When this or that? What this or that is or not? And so the reasonings carries on and on. And if we are not careful, too many reasons to consider, and some find that they cannot see their way in or out. They cannot see clearly, so they just stop, because the stop seems to pause the incessant reasoning going on inside. And for that reason, I'm going to take a pause here and just to pray that good and right and pleasant things be the atmosphere for your life today. For some, even you knowing a reason could be, even for you having a reason, could be redemption or salvation. A reason as a way to blame or a way to shame or even as a way out. Some today it might be a remedy, or the reason could be the cure, the fault, the loss, the process, or the healing. And it is on this last point that I would like for us to consider our title today. One reason to consider as the way of healing. Whatever the situation, whatsoever you have been through, going through, or might go through in the future, to consider this one reason as a way to heal. Of the many, this one is what we look at today. And truth be told, if we would try to adopt this little principle that I'm going to share in most situations or on a daily basis, we would soon find that life is much more nicer, more enjoyable, bearable, and who knows, even fun. The reason to consider is this simple point. And before I do, I must say this is a pre-notice. It doesn't mean that other reasonings must stop, or that they were or are wrong, or that they were necessarily or unnecessarily right or wrong. No, I'm not meaning that at all. But what I would ask is that we each take this opportunity to consider this one reason to consider. What is it? It is this. And I did say it's simple, but don't turn off. Just hear me to the end. That this, right now, in this very moment, should I repeat that? That right now, in this very moment, everything, everything is working perfectly. That is in this very moment. Ah, you missed it. Do you know why I say you missed it? Because you have been listening, for the big new. What's she gonna say? What is it gonna be? What's this one reason to consider? A reason to consider. Yes, the build up was so huge, so magnanimous. And then what? Did I just say those few things? No, I'm not kidding you. It really is that simple. This little exercise is a lifesaver. And I say it with all honesty. Go ahead and try it. Just for a little minute, put aside your sorrows, okay? And I know disappointments, and even this has seemed to have disappointed you again. Put aside the worry and the, genuine fears as they appear. That thing that seemed to be bothering you, and you don't even remember why. You don't even remember why you changed, or perhaps you do remember. But just for a moment, just for a little moment, okay? When you first started, you might have even forgotten to think about what, you don't even remember when you first started to consider some of the things that we find difficult, um, is finding difficult today, and cannot even think of a way out. But please, for just today, just now, consider this, that in this very moment, yeah, this is the one reason to consider, in this very moment, this very moment, everything is working perfectly. That is, in this very moment. Now, in order for it to be a reason to consider, you will have to make it a reason to consider without anger, without frustration, without fear, without judgment, without suspicion or superstition or suggestion, without doubt, without guilt, without any pressure. No, just simply use this as a pause to consider that this is one reason. What is it you say again? Let me say it again. And, you know, repetition, according to Dr. Albert Chambers, he said repetition leaves a lasting impression. So, yes, I will repeat it again. And it is this: in this very moment, everything, that is everything, listen, everything is working perfectly. That is in this very moment. Now go ahead and try it for yourself. It may work best to repeat it first as a consideration to yourself, just in your own soul, in your mind. This is what you should consider. In this very moment, in this very moment, everything is working perfectly. That is, in this very moment. Now, to make it a realization, what I would say is to repeat it aloud, as if announcing it to the cosmos. Okay? And I will do this with you. Let's say this together. In this very moment, everything is working perfectly. That is, in this very moment. You deserve this. Yeah, you know that. You deserve this. You deserve this break. Your life deserves this solution. Your life situation is and has been begging for this. Everything that has ever happened or likely to happen requires this truth. Why? To strengthen, to relieve, to reset, to bring clarity and hope and healing. Remember, I started at that point when I was mentioning among the vast myriads of things to consider, this one I said could be the healing that we need today. The reason to consider could be our healing today. And one that could last a lifetime. You could use this again and again. This is a very up close and personal topic today. Okay? No fanciness, no, this isn't religiosity. This is one that is very close and very personal. No blame, nothing else, just this raw reason, free from blame or guilt or shame or fear or hate or regrets. This is to be used just in the moment solution for you to come and wash yourself in the fount. in this moment of this healing remedy. And what is it? It is this. In very moment, this very moment, ha, everything, hallelujah, everything is working perfectly. That is this very moment. I'm going to repeat that because I just felt the unction there. Hallelujah. In this very moment, everything, everything is working perfectly. That is this very moment. And I will end here. You can always replay this video, and this healing, this simple truth as it sounds, is the clue, the medicine, the one reason to consider that could change everything you dream. Bless you. You have been listening to the Reverend Dr Dawnecia Palmer here at LU Live Church, your global spiritual community portal, where you matter. All life matter. Please subscribe if you have not yet subscribed. Share and donate. You can make your donate via PayPal to lulifechurch@gmail.com. Thank you. Bless you and have a blessed week, a blessed day, and a blessed life.